What's up YouTube, and we're back here on some more Octogeddon, and today's video is all about DLC for Octogeddon. Right guys, I think there will be DLC for this game here. Why do I say that? Because I was doing some research and I stumbled across an interview with George Fan, the actual creator of this game. Obviously he was the creator of Plants v Zombies. So when I was reading through this interview, he was asked a question about what after the game, what do you expect to do after the game and stuff like this. Is there going to be DLC patches and stuff like that? But what I'll do now guys, I'll put something up on the screen and we'll go through it together. Here you go guys, this is the bit I picked out of the interview, which I thought was very interesting. And basically the guys that was interviewing said, what's the plan for afterward? Do you plan to support this in the future? And George Fan turned around and said, the other reason this game isn't like Plants v Zombies, I feel like with Plants v Zombies for the whole last year, we could have launched the game at any point. It was ready to launch 2.5 years in. We launched at 3.5 years. That whole last year was just polishing like crazy. This game is more like it's taken too long already. Let's set a release date and sprint towards it. We can't change that now, but there is a lot more I would like to get into the game. So alright, so guys, this tells me that they didn't rush the game because it's been in production for 4 years. But they wanted to add a few more things, maybe a few more levels, a few more bosses, a few more DNA upgrades, or even just like different game modes and stuff like that. So to me, it sounds like Octogeddon is not finished, even though it is a finished game. It's a weird one to try and explain. Or they did not have enough time to put things in the game that they really wanted to put in the game. And then after that, the next paragraph, what he said was this: for sanity's sake, I have this bulleted list of things I wanted to get in. I just moved them to a section that says first DLC patch, something like that, which is going to be free, but extra modes, extra cool power-ups you can get, we're definitely thinking we're going to move that until after launch. Nothing is set in stone. It's just a bunch of ideas that I've moved to this section that I think I'd like to do. So guys, this is absolutely amazing news right now, because you can add stuff to this game. You can add new levels, new worlds, new bosses, and if I'm going on by Plants v Zombies, they did actually release things after launch. I think if I'm right, the Zen Garden, I don't think that was there at launch, and then they added it afterwards. I'm not too sure about that one, but I know for like Plants v Zombies 2 and stuff like that, they're always updating it, even to this day now, even though the game is really old. But yeah guys, wow, when I read this interview, I was getting so hyped. And yeah, this is gonna be amazing. If they do decide to put the DLC out for this game here, it will be absolutely amazing, because the opportunities are endless basically. What I would like to see, because I'm from London, I would like to see the Octogeddon rolling through London, destroying Big Ben, and wow, imagine that the actual boss would be like a big red double-decker bus or something like that, turned into like an Optimus Prime kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So the opportunities are endless with this, guys. But yeah, wow. What I'll do, I'll link in the description the actual interview, what the website I found this at. And you can go through and have a look for yourself, guys, because this is big news right now. DLC for Octogeddon. That's nuts. Just come to think about it, that is nuts. Because imagine that, because obviously at the moment you've only got the normal mode, you've got the hard mode and the endless mode. Imagine something else, look, another game mode, like a challenge mode. You need to get to a certain wave in a certain amount of time, or you need to complete a certain world or certain boss in a certain amount of time, because that would be nuts. That would absolutely be nuts. And you can get more DNAs. Who wouldn't want more upgrades for your Octogeddon? Imagine, there's so many animals out there that can be added onto this Octogeddon, what they can create, or even just like bosses and stuff like that. That would be absolutely nuts. Wow, guys. It is crazy right now. I'm just mind blown, because I think the DLC will be launched. If there's a DLC, I think it will be launched maybe June, July-ish, possibly even August, and then the game will be out roughly about 6 months. Then everyone would have completed everything, and maybe the game will start dying down. But I think, yeah, say 6 months, and then they'll start adding new features to the game. Then obviously the replayability will be back up then, wouldn't it? So yeah, guys, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Also, another thing, guys, I have actually seen pictures of concept art of Octogeddon where they've not used any of the bosses that they've created and stuff like that. It's only like drawings and stuff like that. And some of the bosses on there, if they are bosses or the bosses that wasn't used in the original game, they could definitely be bosses in DLCs to come, because they do actually look nuts. Some of them look like a submarine with like little tentacles coming off it, almost like a robotic Octogeddon. It's not the actual robotic Octogeddon that we've got in the game already. It was something slightly different, but some of the other stuff is just, it looks nuts, guys. It really does look nuts. So yeah, guys, that has been a DLC update. So what I'll do, guys, I'll leave all the links in the description of the interview with George Fan. It's actually a good read, and it tells you a bit about the game and stuff like that. I think this is a pre-release interview, so, or just after. I think it's either just before or just after. I can't remember the dates. On the actual interview. But yeah, guys, and what I'll do, I'll link that interview down in the description, and yeah, and have a read and tell me in the comments below what you think. Is it just speculation, or do you actually think there will be DLC for Octogeddon? I hope so. I really do hope so, because Octogeddon it's such a fun game. It really is a fun game, guys. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.